this third part, let's look at a few other lesser-known controversies in PED use. In 2001, Justin Gatlin tested positive for amphetamines in a doping test. He claimed that the positive result was due to medication he was taking for attention deficiency hyperactive disorder, or ADHD. And in 2006, Gatlin tested positive for testosterone. He stated that at that time, the positive result was due to sabotage by a massage therapist who applied a testosterone cream to his buttock without his knowledge of consent. Now, following the positive test for testosterone, Justin Gatlin received a 4-year ban from competition. This ban was a result of his second doping violation. And in 2013, Tyson Gay, an American sprinter, tested positive for a banned substance during the World Championship. He admitted to doping but claimed that the positive test result was due to an unspecific third party's action. Now, he did admit it. Following his admission, Tyson Gay received a 2-month ban from competition. This relatively short ban duration was a result of his cooperation with anti-doping authorities and willingness to provide information about his doping involvement. As a result of Tyson Gay's positive test, the U.S. men's 4x100 relay team, which included Gay, was stripped of the silver medal they had won in the 2012 Olympics. Now, here is a good contrast that for Tyson, he admitted to doping. The ban was much less than Justin, who just didn't admit of doping. 2 months versus 4 years. Now, Terry Newton was an English rugby player who played internationally during the 1990s and 2000s. Now, in 2009, he tested positive for human growth hormone, or HGH. As a result of testing positive for HGH, Terry Newton was banned from competition for a period of 2 years. This marked a significant case as one of the first instances of an athlete being sanctioned for using HGH. And in 2010, Terry Newton tragically committed suicide. While his suicide was not directly attributed to the positive drug test, it brought attention to the mental and emotional toll that doping-related issues and sanctions can have on athletes. A post-mortem examination conducted after Terry's death revealed traces of multiple substances in his body, including the anabolic steroid nandrolone. Now, these findings raised questions about his potential history of doping beyond the human growth hormone case. Not every story ended in tragedy. Here is a little bit uplifting story. In 2013, Sarah Robles, an American weightlifter, was sanctioned by the International Weightlifting Federation (IWF) after testing positive for prohibited substances, including a substance called DHEA, which is a precursor of testosterone, and pregnenolone, which is a metabolite. Now, Robles stated that she had used DHEA supplementation to treat polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS, a medical condition. However, she did not provide an explanation for the presence of the other 2 substances. Despite her previous doping-related issue, Sarah participated in the 2016 Summer Olympic in Rio. And in the Olympic, Sarah won the bronze medal in weightlifting, marking a significant achievement without using PED. Now, she became the first athlete from the United States since 2000 to win a medal in weightlifting at the Olympics. In preparation for the 2016 Rio Olympic Games, the IOC retested samples from the 2008 Beijing Olympics and the 2012 London Olympics to detect the presence of PEDs. The retesting was done because of new testing methods and technology advancements. Now, it wasn't detectable in those games, but now in 2016, the testing methodology is better. Now, through these retesting processes, 45 athletes were found to have tested positive for banned substances. And in Beijing 2008 retest, 23 out of 30 athletes who were retested and found positive were medalists in their respective events. Among those that found positive was Nestor Carter from Jamaica, a member of the 4x100 relay team at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Carter's retest from the 2008 game showed a positive result for the stimulant, and as a result, the Jamaican 4x100 relay team, including Usain Bolt, was stripped of their medals. The stripping of the 4x100 meter relay team's medal negated Usain Bolt's triple achievement. Now, this term referred to Bolt's accomplishment of winning 3 gold medals in the same 3 events at 3 consecutive Olympic Games. So this is another example of how one member was using PED affecting the whole team. Other than retesting, there are also events that are conducted to lead to like exposure of these banned substances. And in 2015, Operation Cyber Juice was a major operation led by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, to target the global trade of PEDs. The operation aimed to disrupt and dismantle every level of the PED trades, from manufacturing to distribution. And this revealed that the vast majority of PEDs were being manufactured and trafficked from underground labs located in China. The operation also led to over 30 investigations across 20 states in the United States, targeting individuals and organizations involved in the PED trade. Over 90 arrested and seizure of over $2 million worth of PED substances. And last, more recent retesting event is in 2016. The International Weightlifting Federation, IWF, initiated a retesting process for doping samples taken again in previous games. And during this retesting process, 15 Olympic weightlifters, including 3 gold medal winners from China, tested positive after samples from those games were re-examined. Now, all of these athletes tested positive for the substance called the GHRP2, which is a growth hormone releasing peptide. As a result of these positive tests, these athletes faced suspension from the sport. The duration of suspension varied for each athlete depending on factors such as the specific anti-doping regulations and previous doping history and the nature of the violation. So in these couple videos, we've seen that the doping events happened all the time, and there are sometimes systematic dopings that involve not just the athletes but also the trainers, the officials, and even the government. And we can also see that a lot of the sports organizations are taking actions to prevent these things from further happening, and often doing retestings to ensure fair competitions were upheld even in past events. So that's all of those more of the current controversies in doping. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next topic.